Hi there. Today I'm going to be explaining to you how to visualize your data tables through the application called Microsoft Excel. Now currently I'm using the 2007 version, but when it comes to making graphs, they all relatively do it the same way and there's no very outstanding differences. So that being said, let's get started. The first step you're going to need to do is click your Microsoft Excel tab, and you should get a screen very similar to mine, but the only difference is yours should be completely clear. For the sake of time, I've already implemented these data tables, one a little more complex than the other. This is the simple data table, this is a little more complex one. But when it comes to filling in Microsoft Excel, just pick any columns, rows, give it a label, organize your data in really any way you'd want. So it doesn't really matter, just as long as you can fill in the boxes, then you're pretty much good, and just pick any data set you want, label it, you're good. So for the sake of what I'm going to be mainly showing you is that click the insert tab, and you're going to get these 6 different graphs options, but pretty much these 5 are relatively the same. So once I teach you how to do one, you're going to pretty much know how to do all of them. The only difference is the scatter graph, which is going to be a little different. I'll explain in the end. But as for now, once you have your data already set up, just click and highlight all of it. Or you can just highlight just by clicking one of the boxes and dragging it. Just click, hold, and drag across all over the ones that you need. So here's the labels and the numbers. So once you click one of the graph choices, like I said, these all relatively are the same. The only difference is the visuals. Let's click column, and all these, they're just different visuals for the same graph. So for the sake of simplicity, I'm just going to click the first one here, and boom, we got ourselves a graph. No biggie, all the information's here, fairly accurate, nothing's really offset, but the only thing that we need to add really is a title. So to add that, you click layout, and over here you get chart title and axis title. Let's start with chart title. You click chart title and you get 2 options. You get the centered overlay title or the above chart title. I prefer the above chart title because it puts the title above the chart instead of like right on the middle of it. So you get a little box, just click it, and just change the title to something you feel is appropriate, like graph. Graph's an appropriate name for this, I guess. So now you have a nice graph with a title, but the thing is you still need to explain to the person what the y-axis and the x-axis is. So let's go to the axis titles, click the horizontal title here, and you only get one option. Change this to something, whatever you feel is appropriate for the graph. So in this case, level of education. And since we have the x-axis title, we can always add the vertical axis title. And you're going to get 3 different options. Just pick which one you prefer. I always prefer the horizontal title because it's always easier. It's the easiest to read in my opinion. So change the title to something you feel is appropriate, and just like that, you got yourselves a graph. But usually when it comes to this, it's going to squeeze your graph around, so if you want to make it a little bigger, just grab the sides, stretch it out, boom, organize your data once again, less cramped up, and you can always do that. And if you feel like you don't like the colors, you can always click design here, just pick any color combination you feel you like. And if these options over here aren't enough for you, you can always click the bottom button right here that says more. Once you click more, you get all these options. Pick anything that you feel is nice and just work from there. Like I said, once I've taught you how to make one graph, I've pretty much taught you how to make all of them. The only difference is the visuals. Like I said, the line graph, same thing. Pie chart, same thing, but the only difference is with the pie chart really is just you can actually click and then right click, and it should give you the option that says add data labels, which pretty much just adds all the numbers according to the certain color, the specific color it's paired up with. So just like that, that's a pretty neat option, I thought. And the last difference is, like I said, bar, pie, area, they're all relatively the same, but the last thing is scatter. Scatter is the one that's going to require this more complex data table, because the scatter graph, like I said, pick any of these options, actually defines your x and y axis instead of just pairing them all up together based on the label and the information. So the far left column over here is going to be your x-axis, and everything after that all these three columns right here are going to be your y-axis. So as you can see, the x-axis is going to be time and the coin, brick, and feather. Let's say this is the distance covered when you throw these specific items. It's just a made-up experiment. This is going to cover the y-axis. Other than that, that's the only difference between the scatter and every other chart within here. So I hope I was helpful. Like I said, if you just want to implement any of your information, just plug it in any of these boxes, just highlight the appropriate ones, and you're pretty much good. Alright, hope I was some help. See you guys later.